sun-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike
bro, why is it every time we play, it's raining, bro?
Like, this is
these folks are fired up as their
this is
guys
3
are
games
ready
in a row,
to do
man.
battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Oh, whoa. That was nice. Electricity. I can see there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now they try the right side here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On third down, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson.
Wow.
Going right side here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Come on.
Oh, why is he in that?
Back to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it right side with Cannon. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Here's Cannon. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll run on first down with Cannon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
57 to Mike. Let's go. And we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 57 to Mike.
Now back to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check, 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 check. Check 13. Check 13. Go. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
You get tired of seeing me.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Check 26, check 26. Hurry, hurry.
And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Yeah, the option play working flawlessly right there. What'd you think of the call?
Love the call. That's really football 101 to me. 2-point conversion, run quarterback option. That means he can either keep it himself or pitch it to a trailing back. That usually opens things up for an offense.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Buddy up. Mike, 57. That's it. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's a party. 57 to Mike.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. This is taken around the 12. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They go play action now. Jackson on the move to his left. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They go with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up second and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
57.
Looking to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Check. First down.
On 1st down, Slade looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Slade. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover.
God damn, that was supposed to be mine, bro.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride. Short gain, last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch his square. Okay. Check 15. Check 15. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. You got to get the ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
How, bro?
He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Jackson to throw.
Get this. Look at this. Right there.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
You're welcome.
What's going on, gents? How you doing?
What's up?
Hell of a game you guys are playing. Hell of a game.
One last shot for Jackson. Going for it all. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
What are you talking about?
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play.
Bro,
great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
We know that every play during a game matters.
Next match
You're
be
never
mine,
sure
bro.
which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception.
The game is too loud. Hold on.
And they'll get to stay.
All right, what'd you say, Aubrey?
Thanks for tuning in,
I said,
everybody.
Andy joined back in the
Alongside
league.
Charles Davis, we thank
I don't
our
know if he
entire
did or
crew.
didn't.
I'm Brandon Gordon. This
Nah, you did it.
Hey, Peachy,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. Yo,
That next game is mine, bro.
I like the energy.
Nah, I just want you to know. You scored all your points in the first half. I shut you out in the second half. and damn near came back and won that shit.
I have a lag going on here. I couldn't cut with my running back, so of course you're gonna stop it.
Hey, just stating what I wanted to state, bruh. I got you.
You could stay whatever you want to stay.
About to bring his loose. This back up.
Let me know when y'all shoot.
I'm about to shoot now.
Damn it. Come on.